Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the worst fucking podcast you've ever heard. Both Mikes.
Thank you. Thank you to the studio audience. They don't look a day over 100.
Right.
Welcome to Both Mikes, everybody.
Hey, there he is. Both Mikes is a podcast about nothing and everything. My co-host, Mike Sofka.
And that is Mike Taylor, and together we're Both Mikes. Get it?
Yes, we are. Welcome to show 121.
Crazy.
Of Both Mikes heard everywhere. Yeah, 121. It's like isn't that like a rum? No, that's 151. We'll get there eventually. Nice. But hey, you guys can find us anywhere podcasts can be heard. Alexa, the other ones. Eventually we'll be on all stuff and everywhere. Find us on Facebook. Facebook.com/Both Mikes. Friend us. Tell a friend. Tell your mom's friend.
All right.
Yeah, how's that for an intro, huh?
Yes, I like it. I do. I like it.
So how's things, Mr. Sofka? How's
good?
Life?
I do have a point of business here to pick with you right away.
All right.
You know, I didn't have this on the agenda, but
right.
I text you like I sometimes do just before we're set to go here, and tell everybody what your response was.
Well, you texted hola, and I said bien y tú.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't. I must have missed that in the translation there.
Yeah. I spelt it wrong. Let me pull it up, and I'll tell you how I spelt it. Spelt. Is that a word? You said hola, and I said on the shitter.
Yes.
Like a true New Yorker.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, I don't. If that is that, don't text me on the shitter first off, okay? But if you have to text me on the shitter, I don't want to know. Let me live the dream still over here.
Oh, it was a dream. The bathroom was clean and it smelled really pretty.
Yeah, but I can't help getting a mental image when you say that. I'm like, oh Christ, and I'm looking. Yeah, dude,
He's got doo-doo sprinkles on his phone now. Great.
Yeah, you're going to give your whole family pink eye if you keep texting on the toilet.
Well, too late.
Yeah. All right. Anyway. So we talked about something similar to this a week or so ago.
Okay.
We talked about the planets kind of lining up. Well, there's another planet going to join in on that. You can really see this on June 24th, but you can see this just about anywhere you're at, okay? So this is, I pulled this from News4Jack, so that's up by you there.
It certainly is.
Yeah, so they go on to say, soon every planet seen by the naked eye in our solar system will line up together in perfect order. And you can see them right there on the video. This month, 5 planets are coming closer to forming a sequence where Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn will eventually align in order on June 24th. Says the arrangement will stretch across the southern sky, starting with Mercury very low to the east to Saturn high above the southern horizon.
Wow.
They say this perspective of the multiple objects in the same elliptical plane is called a conjunction. It is more common with 2 or 3 planets, but it's rare to have 5 worlds synchronize. So
Did they say how long it's been since this happened last?
I didn't see that. They do go on to say it'll be harder to see Mercury in this alignment until later in the month, but you can catch this about 30 to 45 minutes before sunrise, and that by June 24th that they'll be in perfect position. So here's my question to you, Mike.
Yes.
What can we expect to happen now that the damn planets and moon and stars and all this shit are lining up? Is this a good thing? Is this a bad thing? Should you play the lotto on this day? Should you stay in your house and board it up? What do you think?
Play the lotto on that day. I think there's nothing behind the superstitions. Let me pull up the calendar. The 24th is 2 weeks from today. Gee, I could have just added 14 to 10 and realized that.
Well, we'll be on the air.
It's also payday. It's payday too.
And we'll be on the air, so that'll be awesome.
Yeah. And I guess the best place to see it if you want to see the horizon, the actual horizon, to be able to see what's the first planet? Venus? Mercury?
Mercury, yeah.
Mercury. Would be to go to the beach.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
There's no trees, houses, or buildings obstructing anything.
Yeah,
but we're going to the beach tomorrow, so we're going to be out of luck on that.
Well, you'll see some of them lined up according to this thing still. So.
Not at 9:00 in the morning.
No, I was going to suggest we do a live show like at 4:30 in the morning from the beach on June 24th.
Yeah. Maybe the 25th, but not on a school day, buddy. Yeah.
All right.
The 25th, it'll only be off by a couple degrees.
So I told you that, and I don't have it released yet. It's not live, but maybe by the time you're watching this, I'll have it live. I had another interview with the extraterrestrial Blue Phoenix.
God.
No,
okay.
Dude, it was enlightening. I'll tell you. She answered your question direct. Your question was something to the effect of, "Hey, I know you ripped off your name off this book," and I aired that with her, and she told me, "No, that's not the case," and she explained it to me. So
that's not the case, huh?
Yeah,
really.
So we talked about healings.
Wow.
We talked about
you say healings or feelings?
Healings, like with your
with
hands. Yeah, healing. We talked about. You know what she did? She confirmed what we suspected through 120 some odd shows here now, 121 shows. We suspected a certain group of people being aliens or having alien contact or alien interference or been given a hand up by the aliens, if you would. She confirmed all that.
Confirmed.
Yes.
From the day room at Pasco County Correctional Institution.
No. Stop.
Did she tell you why there was an exit sign above her door?
No, I didn't ask. Yeah, it was a rough situation. We've been having trouble with the connectivity. That's all. It's no big deal. You would think, though, with maybe, if you are used to high frequencies or electromagnetic activity around you, that connectivity should be the simplest of your problems.
Speaking of frequency, if you interview her again, can you grab a dog whistle and blow it? I want to see if she starts to bark.
All right. I'll see. But she confirmed a lot of things that we've suspected about aliens and about extraterrestrials and everything. So, I'm excited. I'm excited for this release. So make sure you go ahead and watch this thing about the aliens. And I'm looking forward to it. So yeah. Anyway. So what's new with you, Mike?
Look over your shoulder. The green Phoenix is there. Your other shoulder. Your other left.
What? What am I looking for?
You don't see that? Yeah.
I don't see what? What are you doing?
Nothing.
Anyway, she was excited to be here. She says she's been enlightened by, our conversations. She confirmed med beds. She confirmed a couple of the people we thought were aliens, like I said before. What else did she do? Oh, she told me Jesus was a Palladian.
Really?
Yes.
I thought he was a Jew.
Well, he was a Palladian and a tri-mix of a humanoid and some sort of other higher. I don't have my notes in front of me, but you'll see all this on the video. And what happens is the reason why I just can't throw the raw video up is because there was a loss of connectivity again. And because she uses words that we don't get to use every day in our language or how we communicate. So I type them up on the screen so you can better comprehend what she's saying.
Right.
A lot of this crap is so far over my head anyway, so. Anyway. So after this one, Mike, I think you're going to become a believer. I think you're going to believe.
Okay.
right. Well, it would be nice if I'd had I should have kept the B-roll of that, and I should have had it rolling here. But anyway, the important thing is you heard about it. So go look for it again. If you haven't seen, I did an interview with an extraterrestrial being, someone on this planet, someone with a human form right now, and it's been enlightening. So, I did a follow-up interview, and I'm getting ready to release that. So if you have any questions, if you could ask an alien one question, what would it be? Go ahead and send that to me, put it in the comments, email it to me, and I'll ask it, because I asked Mike's question about her name being a ripoff from a book, and she addressed it. So, hey, this is your chance to talk to an alien, an extraterrestrial, someone from out of this world, another timeline, another dimension. When are you going to get this chance again? Disney is in the news, dude. Did you see this?
Not surprising. Would they screw up now?
Oh, wait, I got the screw-ups coming. Well, you know what? Let's just do the screw-up right now. I'm not proud. Now, I do have to warn you, I'm stealing this story from Fox 35 Orlando, and that's okay, but I am going to use some of their video from their YouTube page here. So I'm going to show you what happened at Disney. But Disney is the magical world. That's the world where, believe it or not, a lot of
place on Earth.
Huh?
The happiest place on Earth.
Yeah, so they say, at $184 a day or whatever it is, it better be. Look, Disney is apologizing to a couple whose marriage proposal was thwarted by an employee. So people come from all over the world. Some of them get married at Disney. Some of them do their engagement, their proposal at Disney.
They have a pavilion there.
Yeah,
just to get married.
This guy's in the middle of doing this, and the Fox crew's up here. I make no imitations here. I totally stole this video here. So anyway, they're going to show you the moment. Now they're standing there. The guy's on his knee, and then the Disney employee jumps between them, intercepts the ring box, and tells them to come down the stairs to the different area to finish their proposal. The dude was down on his knee, box open, showing the ring. The girl's getting ready to react, and the Disney employee runs in and does that.
That's not cool. Where were they? Obviously, they were in an area they probably shouldn't have been.
Right? Yeah,
but still.
Now, that was Disneyland. That wasn't Disney World. But still, I mean, I thought one of the things that Disney did was they entrusted their employees to make the right decision, make the safest decision, always put the guest first and all that stuff.
Right.
Does that look like that type of policy to you with that?
Yeah, no.
Now,
definitely something screwed up there.
So here's my question. Is this marriage going to work out now? I mean, they're off to a shitty start.
Right? Wow, yeah. I'm watching it on here, and it doesn't look like they're in a place where they shouldn't be.
They probably have, this is at Disneyland, and I'm not as familiar, but they probably have the stage set up there where they come out and do their little performance or whatever,
Yep, that's exactly what it is.
And they probably don't let you go up there, but this couple was like, look, this is the spot. They got somebody filming this. They're...
Yeah, really? That guy's fired.
I just don't get it. He must be a hater or something. That's my man. If I can't have him, you got to come down here and ask. No, nothing. Are you?
Yeah, and I'm watching the video on yeah. He's the guy proposing too is a big boy. I'm surprised he didn't just freaking knock him out. Wow.
Yeah, he does look a little goofy.
Ah. I hope he doesn't have a chip on his shoulder.
They say onlookers, the story online here on Fox 35 Orlando says onlookers immediately began to boo the employee.
Yeah, I can see the expression, the employee shaking his head like, sorry, this is what I got to do.
They also, Disney spokesperson told Newsweek, we regret how this was handled. We have apologized to the couple involved and offered to make it right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Host my wedding with my 35, 40 family members and
exactly.
We'll call it even. I'll shut up.
Yeah. Yep. I'll even ask him to take the video down.
yeah, exactly. I'm a player. But, with their recent missteps and shit, good for them. They say park attendance is up, though, right now.
it's out of control, dude. I told you we were there President's Day weekend, and it was just out of control with the amount of people. Supposedly reduced capacity. No, it was the busiest I've ever seen it. Yeah. But again, we were also spoiled with free admission and able to go in May and September when there's literally 15 people in the park. So,
but are they still operating at reduced capacity, do you think? I didn't research that.
It's all reservations, So like there's a limit to some degree, but I doubt there is like a they're probably at 100%. But what do they consider 100%?
Right. Right.
It's supposed to be 65,000 people.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, anyway, I hope they make this right for these people. But Disney's also in the news because they have their cruise ship. Have you been on that cruise ship? Have you seen it, the Disney Dream out at Port Canaveral?
No, I've been on the Disney Magic twice. That was the original first one that they built in 1997.
Now, did you just visit or did you take a cruise?
We got lucky. We took a cruise.
Oh, I think I remember this story. Yeah.
We took a cruise. My ex was a cast member at Animal Kingdom, and we reserved a particular week. And my son, who was 16 at the time, his girlfriend's mother was head of reservations, and gave us like this Mac Daddy room. It wasn't a suite, but it was a balcony, and it was
perfect.
It was a mobility accessible handicap room.
Nice.
So it was just gigantic.
Good.
And we got a $6,000 discount on the cabin because of the cast member discount.
That's amazing. I remember when that cruise line first came out, and I was wanting to take all the kids. It was 4 kids and me and Lisa. We're gonna go. We're gonna go on a Disney cruise. Why wouldn't we? Disney, the cruise, right here. Let's go ahead and make that reservation, honey. I'm telling the kids we're gonna go and all this stuff. $10,000, dude.
Yeah.
$10,000.
Yeah.
I was like, are you fucking kidding? We weren't in the best, the penthouse thing or whatever. We weren't doing it. It was just for me and 4 kids, $10,000. And that was in 2007, I think, 2008, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, this was 2003.
15 years ago, I'm talking about. Yeah. You're talking about almost 20 years ago now.
And I don't know, obviously the time of year, it changes the price. But when we got off the cruise, I didn't know. I thought the price was the price.
Yeah.
And I tried rebooking that same room.
Yeah, good luck.
I did a mock booking to see what it cost.
Yeah.
$7,800, 4 people, and we paid $1,800.
Yeah, you know what? I don't want to come off like, hey, I would never spend that money, because I've spent money on different stuff. But anyway, long story short, I put a certain value in my head. Like, if I see something that I usually buy, but now it's because of inflation, it's priced out of, do I really need that? Well, no, not at that price. I don't need it. Do you know what I mean? Do you do the same thing? Do you put value on something in your head?
Yeah. Yep. The price to go on a Disney cruise, you can actually go on multiple cruises with other cruise lines, Royal Caribbean, NCL, things like that. And like the Monsters of Rock cruise, last week we booked that for 2023.
Right. Well, that's when you do it. No, I agree. If you know you're going to go and you enjoy that, go book it now. Yeah.
Yeah. And it is. Like the usual room we go to is a VIP, and we discussed it. Brent and I discussed it and said, we really don't go to the meet and greets anymore. Like the last cruise we went on, we didn't go to any of the meet and greets.
Well, probably because you had to sacrifice seeing somebody in order to do that sometimes, right?
Yeah, exactly. But we usually make an effort.
Sure.
But the people we want to see, we see out and about.
We'll
see them during dinner. We'll see them on the promenade, things like that. Especially the guys, like Trickster and Danger, the guys from Jersey.
John Karavi.
Yeah, exactly. We see them. And the other benefit is you get first in line to get into the theater.
There you go.
The theater. Well, Well, the two theaters. One's an ice skating rink, which converts into a theater, and then the actual theater. We can get to the front of the line there.
Yeah.
And
Perfect.
we really didn't take advantage that much of it. And these were all bands we've seen before. Do we need to be upfront? Do we need to be upfront every time?
Right. Yeah.
So we basically saved $2,000 by booking a it's called a panoramic view or window view room, and it's a category of room that I've never stayed in before that I wanted to stay in.
Yeah.
So it's basically your whole wall that faces where would normally be a balcony is all glass.
Nice.
And it's on the 12th deck, so you're 120 feet up above the water. And, I wanted to try out that category. So we saved a couple grand. It's still expensive. It's still going to be upwards between $3,000 and $4,000 for the two of us to go. It's 5 nights. I don't even know where it's going. The ports don't mean anything. It can go to freaking Timbuktu.
What are you going to do without your 584 drink tickets? Go back and look for that, people. Go back and look for that. Mike hit the lottery on drink tickets more than once. So
yeah,
let me get back to this.
Let
me get back to this Disney dream here. They're pulling this ship. It's going to Miami, but that's because this other ship here, the Disney Wish, is heading
the brand
here.
New ship just came. It just got handed off to Disney, I think, yesterday. By the builder, they have like a ceremony where the I guess they like hand over the keys.
Mm-hmm.
So that happened yesterday, and we're gonna take the kids on a Disney cruise eventually. But you got to book it a couple of years out. I think you can book for 2024 now, and you just make payments. You don't have to bite it all off at once.
Right.
If you need a travel agent, my travel agent is awesome. He's in Winter Springs, Florida, originally from Brooklyn. His name is Tony. Go to ahoy-cruises.com.
Okay. All right.
My buddy Tony.
Yeah, perfect. So anyway, this got me thinking, dude.
Ed?
You've been on a lot of cruises. Okay.
29.
Yeah, that's a lot. You're a steady customer of cruises, and that's a good thing, Hey, here's my question: would you like to go to a parallel universe
on a cruise ship?
Well, I'm thinking on a cruise ship, wherever the hell you want. This is according to. Let me make sure I get this right here. SciNature.com. Researchers at Large Hadron Collider are confident to make contact with parallel universe in days. Now, this particular thing that I'm looking at here, this particular story, was posted a couple days ago. So I'm thinking they're saying they're going to have done that by now, is what they're saying. But do you believe that?
I don't know. No, it's one of those show me things.
Here's the thing. They're saying, the scientists behind it is saying, we predict that the gravity can leak into extra dimensions. And if it does, the mini black holes are produced at the LHC, Large Hadron Collider. Normally, when people consider the multiverse, they think about it, the many words of interpretation of quantum physics, where every possibility is actualized. This cannot be tested, so it's a philosophy and not science. This is often not what we mean by parallel universes. What we mean is real universes in extra dimensions. As gravity can effuse our universe into the additional dimensions, such a model may be tested by the detection of mini black holes at the LHC. So basically, to me, this is a lot of circle talk. They went right back to the beginning, but was that the idea? I mean, is that what a parallel universe is? Like, you and I are sitting doing this show right now somewhere else in a parallel universe, and if I fart over there but not over here, that's the only difference? Or what are we doing?
I have no idea. I'm just thinking it's like a alternate linear timeline of sorts, which basically is what you just said.
Well, this is the same people who have the same, I don't know if it's the exact same researchers, but through the Large Hadron Collider, they are the first ones to prove the existence of the mysterious Higgs boson, quote, God particle, a key building block of the cosmos.
Okay. That went over my head.
Yeah, basically they got this big machine. It's in Geneva, Switzerland. It's called the CERN Center. And when they fire it up at maximum energy levels, they can do a lot of things. They're splitting atoms and stuff like that. It's crazy. It's crazy. I think they're opening a porthole or something with this.
Are they treading on thin ice?
I guess, dude. I guess. Anyway, they give a bunch of numbers and math and stuff that we don't care about, so I'm gonna move on. All right. Scientists also have discovered something else here.
Yes.
But before I get into that, I do have to go to my second favorite part of the show. Do you know what that is, don't you?
The end?
Yes, that would be the end, yes.
Okay,
It's time
cool.
for the alien update.
Buzz, look, an alien! Where?
Warning! Alien approaching! Warning! Biophysical experiments extremely dangerous for Earth people!
It's a pretty good robot. He's a little bit of an alien, too. But I think he's an alien. You could be an alien robot, right? Like, not all robots are domestic.
I computed the aliens. They are capable of sinister and dangerous acts.
You weird alien man!
Of course, the alien update is where we talk about people like Gates, Musk, Bezos, Zuckerberg. I had confirmation from Blue Phoenix, which you're going to see. Just go to wherever you find our stuff normally, whatever podcast, whatever video. You're going to want to see video, though, this second interview with Blue Phoenix.
Yeah,
but she has confirmed our theory.
YouTube.
Yes, YouTube. Anyway, she has confirmed our theory, so I'm not going to get into too much. I'm going to save it, but that's a true thing here. You don't believe, Mike? Still not believing. That's all right.
Just because you keep repeating it doesn't make it true.
You are correct, sir. You are correct. But I'm just going to keep going to expose. I'm going to peel the layers back on this onion and see what we got. How about that? All right, this is SpaceX 2. This is their Starship 2. Supposedly it's shocking the entire space industry right now.
Okay.
Apparently, this is according to Complex OB7, shocking the space industry. Elon Musk has always been a man with visions of overstepping the boundaries of what seemed to be impossible. Ever since, yada yada, yada yada, yada yada, yada yada. Basically, this Starship is bigger, okay? It stands nearly 400 feet tall when fully stacked together with a super heavy rocket booster. Starship 1.0 stands taller than the Statue of Liberty. This one's even taller.
Wow.
It towers above what a Saturn V would be, they say.
Okay.
Has a diameter of 30 feet, wider than any other orbital spacecraft, which is meant to make it possible to transport large amounts of cargo, giant celestial observatories, or perhaps many people. In terms of power, the Starship is more powerful than any other known rocket in human history. To get into orbit, Starship sits atop a towering rocket booster called the Super Heavy, which measures 69 meters. Now, between the returnable thing with the rockets and between the larger size of this, they're saying that they've basically reduced the cost of going to space by at least half again. They've been reducing the cost of space, but now that this thing's larger, now they can fit more. Now they can do more.
Now the rocket that they have that goes side, they're showing here. I can talk. The rocket that they're showing on here is that one that goes parallel to the ground and then also it rights itself up. I wonder what the diameter of that is, because I thought that was extremely wide. It doesn't seem like it seems like it's more than 30 feet.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't speak for everything we're looking at here either on the video, but this is the video related with this story here, so I went with it. It looked cool. I'm sure we're going to hear more about this stuff, but I always have to marvel with Elon Musk. And by the way, our friend Blue Phoenix confirmed he's a good guy. He's not a reptilian. He's looking out for us. He's trying to help. So, just saying. Hey, we were onto it, and I asked her. Don't. All right. You know what I should have asked her? I should have asked her about alien DNA. Let me put up her other image here.
What, to what advantage does she have to come out with all this information?
She doesn't. She doesn't. That's why I'm asking the questions.
Yeah, because she's a psychiatric patient.
Stop.
Go.
Yeah, right? The reason I've got this up here.
Yes. Did you
Let me
forget?
make sure I got this right. Hang on. I may have this wrong here.
Looks like something out of Spider-Man.
Yeah, right? It is alien DNA. And what they're saying is they're calling this an alien DNA, but they're showing you an example of DNA. They don't know that this is actual alien DNA in the picture here, okay? But what the thought is behind this whole thing is about a book. This guy, Ellis Silver, has stated that our planet was actually colonized and we are the aliens. Now, this is something that I've discussed as well in the past, thinking that this was a possibility. A balloon returned from a high-altitude mission covered in microscopic extraterrestrial life forms a few years ago. Dr. Ellis Silver revived the debate concerning the genuine beginning of life on Earth in this way. He wrote a book, Humans Are Not From Earth. He's one of the top experts who believe life began on Mars. This is owing to a mineral present in Martian meteorites, which is crucial for the life's emergence.
Wouldn't there be a city on Mars?
Maybe there is. Do you get to see the chicken, or do you get to see the egg when a chicken's first laid? When a chick is first laid, do you get to see the whole thing?
Huh?
What I mean is, maybe there's some sort of civilization or some sort of life form that we don't understand or can't comprehend. Maybe it's in the inner realm. Maybe we don't know it because we think life forms are all carbon-based and humans need oxygen and put off CO2. Maybe we're looking for the wrong stuff. Maybe we're looking in the wrong places. Maybe when we do see stuff, it's conveniently censored by the government because we don't need to know that because we can't friggin' handle it because our heads will explode.
Okay.
No?
No.
So you think we couldn't be, our life forms are not in essence from somewhere else. Humans are from Earth and that's it.
It could be, but doubtful.
All right, I'm just making sure I understand what you're saying. What is this here? This is
England.
Yeah, they found some sort of stuff to talk about what we're talking about here. Yeah, evidently I didn't study this video enough, so I'm just going to let it go. How about that?
That'll work.
But you know who this guy is?
He looks familiar. Is that Buzz Aldrin?
That is Buzz Aldrin.
Cool.
Buzz Aldrin, and I bring this up because I recently came across this. He did this interview several years ago, but I did come across the video again.
Yeah. That's the one where he punches somebody out?
No. Hey, my mom's met him. He wrote a book. My mom got to meet him and talk to him and stuff. That was pretty cool. So he's saying, this is a quote that this is an artist rendering of a alien spacecraft behind him, and then there's a nice little photo here of him in the corner, and that's him on the moon, I guess, with the flag, or maybe that's on that set where they filmed the moon landing in New Mexico. I'm not sure. He went on, when they were about to land, he saw alien craft there. He saw there was another presence there. He's on an alien spaceship. He switched over to the medical channel that they had. They had a couple different channels. They had a back channel and a front channel. The back channel is the medical channel. So they talk about their health. They talk about other things to the help there on the ground in Houston or whatever. His quote was, "Their ship is far superior to ours. It's huge." They also, somehow, some way, they warned them to leave. They said, yeah, you don't need to be here. Friggin' leave.
was it the Autobots or the Decepticons?
Right. I'm putting up some other visions and artist renderings and stuff on Mars here, but that's an actual shadow of a shape there on Mars. And that's kind of like the vantage point or the viewpoint that Buzz Aldrin claims to have had when he was on the moon, supposedly, when you see it looks like a spaceship, or some sort of craft or some sort of object. Could be a boat, a car, or whatever. I'm not saying it is, but it's obviously creating a shadow, and it doesn't look like the rest of the terrain around it. So it is kind of interesting. If you get a chance, look up Buzz Aldrin's UFO confirm, and you'll find it. And anyway,
Could be anything.
so this is the guy. Remember, I just talked about him a minute ago. Ellis Silver. He's the guy who wrote the book. That's what the guy looks like. So that's what the book looks like there. Humans are not from Earth, is what he says. And he has a PhD. I don't think that means Papa has dealership in this case. I think it means he's a real doctor.
Post-hole digger.
Nice. This is a family show, Mike. You can't say stuff like that.
Post-hole digger?
Oh, digger. Okay, never mind. All right.
Post-hole digger.
Mike, the FCC is going to come down on me if you keep talking about holes.
The band?
Yes. So this is interesting. Our friend Paul Stanley from Kiss is in the news. Do you know why?
No, I have no idea.
Okay. Well, apparently, and I heard this when I was at Rockville seeing Kiss, and I heard this response from other people that there's too many backing tracks, that he's lip syncing and all this stuff. Supposedly, this is video evidence. It's all over the place of that such thing. If I turned up the volume here, you would hear, like when he's away from the mic, you hear his voice.
Right.
So, I don't know. If that is indeed the case, I think it's industry-wide. A lot of people use, especially at big live performances, especially outdoor performances. I can see, you're 75 years old. You've been playing this crap for 50 years. Right. I'm going to give you a pass. What do you say? This isn't a Milli Vanilli thing.
Well, it might as well be. There's a reason why you go to a live show. You want all those imperfections.
Do you know how many bands that you've seen that use click tracks and backing tracks and all that stuff, and you don't even understand that's what's happening?
Right, exactly. To a trained ear or trained eye,
sure.
You could tell. But yeah, they do it a lot, and I could see for doing it for parts that you can't do. You don't want to pay a pianist or a keyboard guy $50,000 to go on tour with you. You might as well keep that money and go get yourself a backing track for keyboards or whatever. But vocal and the four people in the band, no, that's absurd.
All right, so it doesn't matter how old they are.
Right, exactly. I'll tell you, the one of the worst bands I saw live ever was Leonard Skinner. Because I actually sat there, and you could close your eyes.
When did you see them?
2002 at Fantasy of Flight. They had a massive concert there.
Yeah, I don't think that's the real Leonard Skinner anyway. And nowadays, if you go to see him, I think there's one guy in the band that was a cousin to somebody who used to be in the band, and no.
Well, they had a rule. I can't think of the guy's name. It was a bizarre name. He was one of the last two members in the band. And I guess there's some sort of contract saying that there had to be at least two original members of the band in the band in order for it to be Leonard Skinner. And I think now it's at the point where there's no one who's original. It's just the extra Van Zant that's carrying the flag.
Right.
But you close your eyes listening to Leonard Skinner, and they're so tight and they're so good. You actually think you're listening to the CD or the record.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want that. If I want to listen to the CD, I'll put the CD in and listen to it.
Right. Yeah.
You want a live version of your favorite songs.
Sure.
So yeah.
Here's I'm going to turn up the volume on this Kiss video. We may not be able to hear it in studio here, but it only runs about 44 seconds. So I'm going to let that run kind of behind us, maybe not talk as much during this next 44 seconds here. Maybe we can hear that on the finished product here, okay? So I think it happened right here. Right. So now they get in their little line and do their normal thing here with the guitars, you know, back and forth to wrap up the show or wrap up the song at least. Anyway, so if you went to see Motley Crue and it was quite evident that that was going on, would you be upset?
Of course I would. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, and knowing how Vince sings, when I turn around and buy a DVD of the Carnival of Sins tour, and I listen to it, and I hear how awesome it sounds, and I know that it's overdubbed after the fact. Right. So yeah, their Carnival of Sins DVD definitely overdubbed. Vince never sounds that good live. Now, as far as the Rocklahoma performance of Kiss, I saw on Facebook, I think yesterday, somebody posted the opening. They opened with Detroit Rock City. Yeah. And they had the curtain, and the curtain came down. Yeah. Oh yeah. And they're on their little pods, and their little pods come down.
Oh yeah, that's how they do.
Yeah. And I was surprised to hear how well the vocals were on that. I didn't think twice that they were lip syncing or anything.
Well, I don't think it was a full lip sync. I just think they have backing vocals for his vocal, because I don't think and Detroit Rock City is the first song they play on stage usually like that. So here's my thing. Maybe Paul's voice isn't totally shot. Maybe he's got one song a night in him, and maybe that's the one you heard. You know, I mean, he can't reach like I can remember 20 years ago listening to an audio recording where he comes out with the that thing that he does, and he just passes out. Hey, what's up? How are you, Zander?
Oh, Zander can't hear. It sounded a lot better than I thought.
Hi, Zander.
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
What are you doing?
I don't think you're a fart.
See, he's right there.
Yeah, I'm right here.
I'm right here. And are you looking at me?
I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me. That's correct.
All right. Bye.
All right, bye.
Close the door behind you, buddy. Yeah, okay.
Anyway, I don't think that, at their age, and Gene made a comment that's why they're retiring now. They don't want to leave bad memories like that. But here's, right after I saw them in Belgium, this is in the last week here that this has happened. So I say pass, you say no. You say if you see your band Motley Crue doing this, you would be upset. I say if I see Cheap Trick doing it, I might be upset, but I'm almost positive they use backing tracks on a lot of stuff. But you know what they're more apt to do? They'll just bring on another family member to play on the stage.
That's what I think they're going to do.
Well, that's what they're doing. That's what Cheap Trick's doing. Do you think Kiss will do that? They'll license their stuff to somebody else?
Gene has his son Nick, right, who's a musician, and I have actually seen Paul Stanley's son's band play in Nashville when we were there 5 years ago. So yeah, Paul Stanley's son is already in a band. I forget the name of the band. They opened for the Dead Daisies. Well, but yeah, they were decent.
Here's the thing. Even this is the final. We really mean it. We're not gonna go out on tour again. This time, we're not kidding. I know we said this 4 times in the last 20 years, but this is it. And Gene made a comment about, this is it. We want to say, we want to, out of respect to our fans and us and everybody else. It sounded like he was admitting that there's been some diminishing qualities probably with him and Paul. I mean, how many shows can you come out and spit fire, spit blood, fly in the air? I mean, there's pyro, there's all. I mean, it's a friggin' spectacle. But when you are the spectacle and you've been doing it for friggin' 47 years or however long they've been doing it, I get it, dude.
Yeah, no, I agree. But,
that's why I'm giving them a pass.
Was the time to quit, though, 5 years ago?
No, because Gene likes money. They're making more money than they ever have.
He couldn't spend all the money he had if he made every bad decision there was to make. And all I know is I have 22 days until Motley Crue comes to Jacksonville.
All right. Yeah, my brother's going to the show on the 19th in Camping World.
Yeah, I had tickets to that, and I ended up selling them.
I'm still interested in going, but I'm not going to just go to go. You know what I mean? Like, if I look into something, I'm going to go. But, yeah, I'm past that point, I think. Anyway, I would like to see Joan Jett. I heard her last time I saw her, but I didn't get to see her, and I had a great ticket. But
I saw her at the Downtown Concert Series.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't make it there.
I can't make everything, believe it or not,
Yeah. I went, it was actually like right before, that was like 2008, 2009. Yes.
The problem was those were on Saturday afternoons at 4 o'clock.
Right.
And if you wanted the spot that we had and the way we rolled, you had to be there at like 1. It's Super Bowl Sunday in the car business. So that's why I only went to the cheap ones.
You got to pick and choose.
Yeah.
I hear you. Yeah. I went and I did my normal thing where I kind of folded up all the chairs around me. And someone got pissed off at me, and I told her, "Sit down, sir."
Nice.
And she didn't like that.
Nice. So did you get escorted out?
No, we got lucky.
Yeah, I had a Karen like that at a concert before. Yeah, I had that situation.
I went. It was just after I had moved, so like all my possessions were in a U-Haul, and so I go over to the area, that parking lot area where they have all their concessions.
Right. Yeah.
And the guy at the gate is like, "Yeah, hey, hold up." I'm like, hey, I got concessions and soda and stuff in the back here. I got to deliver. He goes, all right, just park over there.
Nice.
So yeah, I got great rock star parking right next to the French fry guy.
Because who the hell's gonna say that? Who's gonna come up with that?
Exactly.
Yeah. If you half the time, if you just act as if, you're good.
Yep.
They don't. Yeah.
Yeah, you get on your cell phone and you just walk right backstage.
You carry a clipboard.
Exactly. You got a tie on with a badge.
My dad told me years ago, he was in the service industry. He was in a pest control business for quite a few years, and he told me, there was a time where someone was in a hospital and he couldn't get through to go see them, so he just brought a clipboard with him. He had his uniform shirt on, and he friggin' went to the hospital, and he just went wherever he wanted. Nobody questioned him. Nobody stopped him. Nobody did anything. He could have been there, to plant something to take the place down or something.
We were, I went to a mortgage broker convention at the Gaylord Palms, and me and my business partner, he's about 10 years older. Actually, more like our parents' age. He was older, and we didn't go out to dinner with a bunch of people because we thought the cocktail party was happening at a certain time, but we messed up our times. We didn't have anything to eat. We thought we were gonna go to this party, but it didn't happen, or we thought the wrong time. So they had a big gala going on, and Steely Dan was there to do the gala. They were the big performance. So while they were out on stage, Stan and I just walked in the back, walked down the corridor, found the green room for Steely Dan.
There you go.
Drank all their beer.
Nice.
Ate all their food.
Nice.
And left.
Nice. That's classy, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my
God. Steely Dan had nothing to eat. Or
they didn't have all green
scraps.
M&Ms or whatever. Yeah. Was there anything? What kind of food was it? Do you remember?
It was sandwiches, a big spread, cheeses, salamis, a meat board and sandwiches, and then a big freaking tub with cold beers on it.
Oh my God.
Drank 3 or 4 beers, took 3 or 4 with us.
Wow.
And we were dressed, we had sports jackets and tie, but collar shirt, sport jacket. No one bothered us.
So you and I ate at this place before. Porkies.
Yes, Porkies on was it 441, 1792?
Yeah. The reason why I'm bringing this up is, and I don't usually give shameless plugs like this. They've actually came out in public in the local media here, and they said that
Central Florida.
That's right. In Apopka, they're. I'll just read you the release from WESH.com, a local
Steve
station
White
here. The owner of Porky's original barbecue in Apopka knows people are scrambling. Making ends meet is hard right now with inflation and skyrocketing fuel prices. Man, I felt the crunch, everybody. Gas is going up every day, Steve White, the Porky's owner, said. He had bumped his prices up a little to cover the rising food costs, but recently he had seen fewer people coming in. He says you can see the difference in the people, the amount of people eating out. He made a move you might not expect. He knocked anywhere from $2 to $3 off all the prices on his lunch specials, and now it's picked up. It's like, everybody's like, oh, well, he's working with us. He's doing his part to do stuff for us. So I get it, and I think it's great. So anyway.
So he says he's going to do it as long as he can, and that's just on the lunch specials.
Yeah, so I think that's good. When we ate there, I thought everything was good. I thought it was nice. It was a nice night. We ate outside when we were there. So yeah, I'll give a shameless plug here to Porky. Sure, why not?
Yeah,
they've been around forever.
That had to be 2018 because Zander was still just a little guy.
That's correct. He was in a little infant carrier thing.
Yep.
So anyway, hats off to Porky's. Hats off to you guys.
Yep. Keep going, Steve.
We're almost near the end here, but we got enough time to talk about one of our favorite people.
Uh-oh.
Britney Spears.
Okay.
She's in the news again. Do you